Hey ladies and gentlemen, so by the title of the video it already gives you sense that I'm going to say something that I regret doing, and that is listening to all the teachers and psychologists that suggested that I need to handle my autistic son with empathy. Empathy in a way that they say your kid will learn how to do it with time. Just make sure he is in a good set of mind. You know? What I started noticing, at least, which is slowly digging into me, and it starts creating a weird resentment, is that I made my son become so comfortable around me. He's enjoying a good life, but at the same time, whenever I ask him something, he always responds me with a face like, and I'm like, are you sure about yourself? Or are you just saying something so I just shut up and you hope that it works? Because he has difficulty having a conversation one, two, three, four, you know? He's going further, but the empathy that we have given him consistently, the translation that we have provided for the things that he said wrong, the translation of the things he watched on TV, just like a specific episode, and he speaks about them, and I need to translate. I could communicate. Everybody was congratulating me. It's going to be okay. But at the same time, I noticed that my first son, after the one that has autism, he follows the same rules. What do I mean by that? The little one had issues peeing in the bed. The big one with autism didn't, surprisingly. With 2 years old, kid with autism didn't wear pampers anymore. And I kept telling him, no pee pee. When we sit here, no aquí no, in this pampers no. And for some odd reason, he learned it with suggestion, with looks with the eye. One working eye, my bad. But it worked. And one time he peed his pants, and I remember I told him, no, 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 that's wrong. And I remember there came a face of shame on his face, but it only happened once. He never peed again in his pants accidentally when he slept, maybe one or two times later, very little. Dude, people, he did a great job. So even if a person has autism, they still understand respect. My other son, empathy, empathy, no. And that was coming from my wife. Everybody yelled, oh, my kid did it later, bada beam, bada boom. Now my second son is 5, and always at 2 o'clock at night, he pees himself. I let him pee before he goes to sleep. I wake him at 2 o'clock, he has a pee of 10, no, almost 10 seconds. I'm like, where did that water come from? Was it still processing in your body? And it's so annoying because my wife didn't want him to take off the pampers. Oh, it's going to be summer. Oh no, he might pee himself. I want him to enjoy summer. And then later, oh, it's winter. He's going to get a fever because he's going to sleep in something wet. And I'm like, it's never stopping. 2 years old going on, 3 years old going strong, 4 years old. I was like, come on, man, this has to stop. And I managed to stop him doing that. And suddenly, boom, 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 he's peeing consistently. And it gives me a view of life in the way that if a kid is going to pee, they're going to pee. With autism or not. It has nothing to do with it. It's still a kid. It has a way of thinking. But the fact that I normalized something for a kid without autism, it made me realize they get in trouble. My empathy gets them in trouble because they don't learn consistency. Other stuff he does amazingly because I was consistent, but not this. So now I'm jungly on the bandwagon. what the heck am I doing with too much empathy to the autistic kid that's already harder to reach, to reprogram compared to one that's not autistic because he understands what you're saying. Amen. It's like a puzzle clicked and my head exploded. And I told my wife, honey, I love my kid, but I'm not liking the version of the kid that I'm creating with the current strategy. I'm actually getting angry at him because I know it's my fault and I need to deconstruct this. And I can't do it alone with one being strict and one being empathetic. Because once she was like, this need to stop, I'm like, you're too empathetic. Don't tell me to do something, send gangster papa consistently, and then the kids live in fear when I'm around. I don't want to be that father, you know? And I told her, it shouldn't be like that. Don't be like, we're going to call Papa. No, okay, once in a while with specific topics, but not Papa is the one that brings the hammer. I don't want to be that guy. I want to remove that message, right? I can be empathetic too. Honestly, they talk to me more than her sometimes because I like to talk. I want to take advantage of that, you know? So that's the harsh truth that I had to learn. That I was starting to hate the kid that I made because I was designing him in a direction that I never agreed with. Empathy. It's beautiful. But too much empathy has created unique monster that I've seen in my life, in movies. Generally, you can ask any psychologist with time, too much empathy, you need to start correcting certain things. And I don't think I'm too late. My kid is still 8. He's going to be 9 soon. But that's the point of this video. Be careful with the amount of empathy that you throw in a direction just because your kid doesn't understand certain things. I think they do understand way more than we think, but because we assume they don't understand, we design them around specific rules that makes it even harder to be a good father with consistency. And it saddens me that I'm reaping what I'm sowing, you know? But anyway, I just wanted to let this out. Let me know what you think. I got a lot of stories, but hey, these things feel kind of therapeutic. I hope it's therapeutic for you too, or even a little wisdom. Bye bye.